is the favorite part of the plants. I just love looking at them and seeing how much they've grown. They can grow in just, in a matter of days. There's such a big difference. But I've got a measuring tape here today. I'm gonna measure some of these because they just look abnormally huge. So let's start measuring. I was referring to this imbricata here. Now you remember they were so tiny. I wasn't even gonna plant them when I put them in here. They were so dehydrated and tiny. But they've grown so much. Look at them. So I don't know how big they are, but I'm gonna measure these ones and the ones at the back because that's what we gardeners love doing. Anything to spend time in the garden. Right. Let's measure. So what's that? Big one in the center. And 15, maybe 16. Let's say 16. Okay, again. Now I measure wrong every time. Yeah, I think it's about 16 or just say 17 centimeters. And I took out 3 from the underneath. Remember they were getting squashed? Let me do hand measurement. Leave this measuring tape aside. There. I should have a model's hand with nice good nails. I suppose it'll make it look even better. But yeah. So I was just admiring all of these plants and I just said let me do a video, show you guys as well what I'm wasting time doing. So that is one of it. It's so huge. All the overachievers, underachievers, we like everything in this garden. And this is the other one I want to mention is my white sedum. I mean, it doesn't look like much, but it's so good for ground cover. So easy to propagate. Just break off a piece, and that's basically what I've done. I just got a small cutting, and from that small cutting I've put it everywhere. So look here, and I was going to cut off all the blooms. I did cut off from the other sedums, but this one is still flowering. So I've left this, let it finish its bloom, and then I'll cut them right back because that's what they look like there. And I just cut them, threw them there. It's filled up that entire spot, and then I put some here, and they also grew good for holding up the ground when the sun's out. Right, so maybe I might not get a good shot of it, but look, it's filled out this corner. Just a piece has grown so much. So that is perfect. I should say it doesn't even need much. It doesn't even need good soil. There was barely enough soil there. I just shoved it in there and it started growing. And I hope all the bees or the pollinators like it. Oh yes, and this one here. This also was so tiny, and now that it's got some good soil and it's out here in the front, it's spread out. It's gone over here, but this was just the second cutting that I took from the main plant. The main plant is down there. I'll show you that one. That's gone off its head. It's just trying to outperform everyone here. So let me walk around to the other side and show you. Oh, look there. I've also put a piece here because there was a gap here. I shoved a cutting there and now it's gone so huge. That white sedum. I've also got the other, what's it called? Some blue dasyphilum, I think, sedum dasyphilum. That's also on the other side. But this one is what grew so fast. Oh well, yeah, this is what I was talking about, my platyphylla. It's gonna bloom just now. Look, it's got all the buds. And this has just filled up this entire spot. I need to cut it back. I actually did cut two, I think two branches off there because it was smothering up this euphorbia. Look how much it's filled up this whole center portion, and it was just a tiny cutting there. So this is one of my overachievers growing wild here, and this I can't cut it now as well because of the blooms. So let it finish blooming, and then I will give it a trim. It the buds, oh, I can't see, why is it not focusing? Focus there. The buds look red, but the flowers are white. So this entire patch will be full of white flowers. There you go. And then what else can I show you here? My cubic frosts. They get quite large too, or they did get quite large. The poor aphids tried to decimate it, but they survived. So that one as well, I've propagated and put it everywhere. But that, let me see how big this one's. These two are not so huge, but the ones at the back I think are bigger. Let me see what else is catching my eye. Oh yes, I have to show you this little Rabusha. You know, it's actually it's stretched out while it was inside, not enough light, and I put it outside, and and after I put it outside, it's you know, the ends, like they look like little clubs, but the ends have gotten fatter. So let me show you what's actually going on here. Okay, so now I can lift up these little clubs and show you. So these little stretched out arms are now growing little babies underneath each end. And look there, they're trying to let's try and pick this one up. Look how much. Let me bring you closer. Look underneath this one. And it's got so much of babies there, and it's just changing its whole outlook now. It's loving it outside, obviously, and it's bloomed so much. So even though it's gone stretched and elongated inside, by putting it outside, it's trying to get back to its clump. But then it'll be so weird. Each end will have a clump. So the weirdos, I just love watching what they're up to. And I didn't even realize that until the other day. And I picked it up and I was like, oh, look, they're getting more plants. So each of these little arms are going to have a little ball around them. How cute that's going to be. And then when they bloom, it's going to be blooms around each arm. Well, I hope that happens. That's my thought. Yes, how cute. That's what I love about the garden. Just love looking at them and seeing what they're up to. All the changes. Look, that's my Gymnocalycium is about to bloom. This bud is almost ready. Oh, it's so lovely in the morning out here. Oh yes, I want to show you this Delosperma, this pickle plant here. I mentioned it earlier on as well. I used to have it in the alfresco and I put it out here, and it's just grown wild as well. Look, it's covered up this entire section here. It also likes a bit of shade. Even though it likes being outside, it doesn't like too much of sun. And this peach tree gives it some shade. So it gets all these beautiful yellow flowers on them. Look. So they have grown so much. I need to cut it up and propagate it and put it elsewhere. I did cut some and put them in the back as well. Need to cut some more because it's too much. And then let me show you what else here. Oh my, all the cuteness overload that's growing and growing. Oh, I mentioned that other sedum, that dasyphilum, that one also grows so lovely between the rocks, and it's so nice and compact. It loves it outside. I was babying it in the alfresco in the veranda area, but now it's outside. It's like, yes, look how cute. And my other favorite, this I propagated that crest of this little sedum as well, and that propagation is growing. This was the original plants. Put out an arm there. Oh, there's more cubic frosts here. Like, they not as big as the ones at the back, so let me go to the back. Oh, before that, let me show you that Suyan rose, that little overachiever there. Take my measuring tape. Yes, look, this one is doing some serious weights here, bodybuilding, just on the one arm, because the rest all look normal, and this one's like gone off. So huge. Look, can you see the size of this? And then look at these tiny ones there. Yeah, I love watching them and seeing all the weird things they get up to. Must be building up all this muscle and huge leaves overnight, because you just wake up one day and you think, what the heck happened here? That's the Suyan rose. Oh, right, let me go to the back before the sun gets too hot, and I'll show you all the other little overachievers there. Well, we like every plant here. Overachievers, underachievers, weirdos, everyone goes. Right, we in the backyard. And the main actor, I should say, the main actor of this garden is this little is it Cinocrassula I'll put it on the screen. But look, where's my stick now? I need one stick. Let me just cut this bloom here. Right. This is crested, obviously, right? And it looks so weird. Look at these little spikes. Well, they're not spikes, all these little petals. It's grown so tall. I don't know, maybe it's gone tall because there's not enough light, but there is enough light here. But look how weird the leaves look all along this crest. And it was so tiny and it's gone so huge now. There, let me show you a close up of it. Look, how cute is that? Looks like a giant stubble. I just love it. I love looking at it and how weird it is. Yeah, I don't know what to do with it. I don't know whether I should cut it and propagate it or just leave it to do its things. I think it's heavy because look, it's flopping over on this side. Maybe it's too heavy. This spine of this crest looks very weak. But yeah, it's gone so tall. And look, the other crest there, it's not, hasn't come up as tall as yet. But yeah, this has a black succulent and it looks so cute. And yeah, the crest, now there's like 4 crests, 1, 2, 3, 4. I might have to cut it one of the days and maybe just put them all down here, give it more support. Oh, and it wants to bloom. Can't let it bloom because the ones at the front are flowering as well. Yeah, that. And then, here's the biggest overachiever. Let's see if I can measure this hand measurement of this cubic frost. Look how massive this is. Look, it's just filled out that spot. Just two of them look like huge cabbages. It had flowers. I cut it off because they had full of aphids in them. And this one, this is my Crustula platyphila burgundy. Now it doesn't look as red, but it will get deep red. It's massive, massive, and it's grown so huge that it's fallen over. So I need to cut it. You see the center. I need to cut and propagate it. I've got a project in store, and I'm going to use up that plant. I'm going to cut up and propagate, then it will get fuller because it is so massive anyway. I'm going to cut these flowers out because I don't see any bees even coming to them. I have cut them and put them in the vase previously because they do look cute. I like unusual flowers. Look. Yeah, I'm just going to cut all of them out. Let it put its energy into growing. But quiet today. Birds are not so busy here. There's one small one somewhere here. Look, that's a little bouquet. How cute is that? They look so cute. I've put them in the vase inside. It looks so adorable. I hope you enjoy this as well, or as much as I enjoy just being here and doing little things, admiring everything, and seeing the little changes that the garden goes through every day. I mean, you just miss a few days and there's so much growth, so much changes. Things have gone massive, or they can kick the bucket, like my Ionian that day I showed you in the other video. That's quite a big bunch. Yes, so let me finish cutting this and then I'll show you the other side. Right, I've cut that. I need to put it in a vase, and let me show you the cubic frost at the back and how big that is. Right, these were the ones that I pulled out from the three that are in the front, and look how massive these are. Scale. Wow, I just cannot believe it. And I took these out and I thought, oh, I'll save them from there. They were getting squished, but with more space, they just grow huge. I mean, this is like a massive cabbage. Look at that size of it. And it's grown so much. It's covering up my other little plant here. I need to move that out of there. And also this agave, Victoria Reginae, it had so much of space, but now there's like no space. This is going over it. I need to remove that. I need to give it more space. This imbricata is definitely on steroids. Let me take this pot out. You can see how massive. Oh my god, this is so huge. Yeah, I love looking at things and see how well they're doing. It's loving having all this space Alright, so I think those are all the highlighted showstoppers for today. I'll end it here on this pretty girl. I'm not going to let it bloom because when it blooms, it does try to sort of die off this. So I'll just cut off the bloom spike, and that's that. I will catch you in the next video. Thanks for liking, and please subscribe. It helps this channel to grow, and I do appreciate every single like. Thank you.